Okay, so my name is Cameron Luke Powell. I am 26 years of age. I am a South Bristol resident, so I was born in South Bristol, resided in that side of this city my whole life, but I move around quite a lot. Everybody sees me all over the place. I'm a carpenter by trade, also qualified in painting, decorating, laying bricks, tiling, you name it, I can pretty much do it. But I also like to do a lot of community work, motivational speaking, so I do a motivational video that's on my social medias. But then I also try and balance things out with helping as many people as I can. Little other things about myself is just, I have an aspiration to be a motivational speaker. That is my dream sort of job, but I want to be able to travel the world and do it. But in order to do that, you have to gain contacts and influence, so that's kind of what I've been doing my entire life. But yeah, it leads to very, very extraordinary things. Well, as I said, I live in South Bristol, so I lived in Hartcliffe when I was a child, and when I was a lot younger, there was a lot of stigma around Hartcliffe because at the time when I grew up, there was not a lot of like multicultural families, black families, Asian, Indian, you name it, any sort of culture. There wasn't. It was just literally traditional white families. So unfortunately, there was a lot of low-level based ignorance. And why I say low-level based ignorance is because it's not like they had formed an individual opinion about it. Majority of what I had experienced were people following the crowd. There's no more pressure as a young person than to see other young people either damaging themselves in their lifestyle and what they're expecting to actually create for themselves, or our environment. There's a lot of damaging stuff we do, and even as a carpenter, there's a lot of things in construction I'm not very happy with. But in order to change that, I need to change myself in order to be able to get to a position to influence and help change other people. So that's my motivation. So if I started my education, unfortunately, I got kicked out of school in year 7 due to my own ignorance, but also view towards violent behaviour due to kids being ignorant or racist to me growing up throughout school, or just coming across problems and whatnot. And I did damage my education to a certain degree, but I was always self-conscious and aware. So, wow, I discovered Babassa before Babassa was Babassa. So I was 14, 15, 16 when I first met Poku. And we started seriously thinking about Babassa and that. Obviously I knew him slightly before that, but it wasn't Babassa based. But after that, I've gone away, come back, and I've always been welcomed back, and I've always been able to get involved in any projects or any educational stuff that's going on. And yeah, it just reminds me why I need to continually give back, because then it helps the youth understand that there's a journey and a path to all of this, but as long as you keep looking back and you pull that rope forward, you will continue to pull more individuals with you, and you'll continue to move forward with them. It helped me get rid of the last bit of hatred out of my heart to do with certain things that had happened in my life, you know what I mean? I try not to harbour them things, but we all as individuals have it, but it helped me humble myself a lot. But also in the factor of helped me connect with different people from different cultures that maybe I necessarily would have thought I wouldn't have made that connection as quick as a young individual if I wasn't involved with Babassa. But some of the opportunities and things I've learned, the educational programs I've been on, have helped me in my business, you know what I mean? It's helped me in communicating and actually projecting how I want to describe or have conversations with people. I had a lot of communicational skills when I first started with Babassa, communicational problems when I first started with Babassa, because I didn't know how to express myself. I often got quite angry because of stuff that had happened throughout my life and whatnot, and it helped me find more of a collaborative way of speaking. So yeah. Empowering would definitely be one. Connection would be another. And possibilities would be the last one. Empower you to... Babassa, not necessarily strictly down, but when you first come in, it's kind of like they want to know you. They want to figure out what makes you tick, what you enjoy, what you're interested in, what industry do you want to get into, what kind of job or where do you see yourself. But then it's also, they help you understand your fears of yourself and the weaknesses and strengths you have. And it's broken down in a way where they help rebuild you in finding what you could replace with that, or how you could have a different way of thinking in order to be able to overcome certain things in your life. Ridiculous the amount of people, influential businesses and business and civic leaders that get involved in Babasa, that necessarily turn up to some of the events, but then also offer mentorship schemes or like work experience. So there's a lot of times you could be involved in something, you could be presenting something at an event, you could spark something in one of the individuals that is sat watching it. Could own a business, could be someone who is in a position to be able to offer you something that is exactly what you're thinking, or exactly what you're thinking you want to get involved in. But if you were never there to be part of that experience, you would have never made that connection. Some of the connections that I've made through Babasa have actually been like, they've been business associates. There's people that I still associate with now, I still do work with now. I actually met them at Babasa events. They help you understand, if this is your dream, if this is the goal you have set for yourself, these are the things that can help you along the way. These are the people that can help you along the way. Do you want to get involved in this? Or do you want to go to this part? Or do you want to be able to try and get some work experience in this side of the industry? But if you actually look at some of the stories that have come through Babasa, some people have started on schemes, they've wanted to just go to university, they've actually fully gone to university, got their degree. Some people wanted to be news reporters, now they're presenting news on BBC News, you know what I mean? I wanted to be a self-employed carpenter. I now own my own business. I run my own business, and sometimes I have 2, 3, 4, 5 guys working for me. But it's all coming through Babasa. They help you find the little things that are missing in yourself, add them in, and then it helps your projection for the future. And as long as you stay dedicated and disciplined enough to be able to do the things that you need to do in order to get to where you need to be, the sky's the limit. And remember, the sky is the limit until you get there, and then that represents your floor. It's your starting point.